former WBO heavyweight champion Joseph Parker is campaigning to be former undisputed cruiserweight champion Oleksandra Usyk's opening act at the heavyweight division. Stay tuned, coming up next.
Hey, this is Cassie, and you're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.
Shout out to Blue Blood Sports TV.
You're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.
Shout outs to Blue Blood Sports TV.
You're watching Blue Blood Sports TV. Hola, habla Cindy, está viendo Deportes TV.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So former WBO heavyweight champion Joseph Parker is campaigning to become Oleksandra Usyk, former cruiserweight undisputed heavyweight cruiserweight champion, first opening act to introduce him to the heavyweight division. He's saying that, you know, he would love to welcome Oleksandra Usyk to the heavyweight division. Interestingly enough, we know that Joseph Parker has now currently signed with Matchroom and DAZN, so this is a strong possibility that we could get this fight. I think this would be a great fight for Oleksandra Usyk. I think it would be a great test for Oleksandra Usyk. I think it would be the perfect situation for Oleksandra Usyk because Joseph Parker is not the biggest of heavyweights, but he's definitely a big heavyweight. He's not 6'5", 6'6", like the other heavyweights, but he's definitely about 6'3", 6'4", you know, and he's a heavyweight, and he's a strong puncher. He's been a champion at the heavyweight division, so I think this would be perfect for Oleksandra Usyk. We know that Joseph Parker is going to be fighting June 29th on the undercard of Demetrius Andrade versus Selecki. He will be on the undercard, and you know, with a tune-up fight to welcome him to the zone. With that said, you know, Oleksandra Usyk is being rumored to possibly face Carlos Takam as make his heavyweight debut in the fall. So, you know, maybe September. But if Carlos Takam is to be Oleksandra Usyk's welcoming party to the heavyweight division, then that means Joseph Parker will not be Oleksandra Usyk's welcoming party. But that does mean that there's a possibility that we could see Joseph Parker versus Oleksandra Usyk in early 2020. I think this is a good fight. I think this is a good test for Oleksandra Usyk. I think this is a good barometer for him. I think that, you know, Carlos Takam is a rough, rugged journeyman, but how much does Carlos Takam have left? We see that Joseph Parker definitely put up a great fight, a fight of the year type of fight candidate with Dillian Whyte. He lost to Anthony Joshua, which was a hard to watch, unpleasing fight. You know, it was definitely, you know, a very boring fight. It wasn't much action in that fight, as both guys, Joseph Parker and Anthony Joshua, were reluctant to engage with one another. So, you know, but the fight of the year type of fight with Dillian Whyte with Joseph Parker speaks volumes. So, you know, Joseph Parker still has some left in the tank. So I think that this will be the perfect barometer for a guy like Oleksandra Usyk. Carlos Takam has been in wars. He never was an upper echelon of the heavyweight division. He was always a journeyman in his career. So how much can we learn from Oleksandra Usyk versus Carlos Takam? Outside of the fact that we know that Oleksandra Usyk had a torn bicep, so he had a serious injury. So, you know, this is Carlos Takam, you know, is a, in my opinion, would be, you know, pretty good strategic way to go, seeing as though he's coming off an injury. You might not want to put him in the ring immediately straight away from an injury like that, going into the ring with somebody like Joseph Parker, who's been in the ring and has experience and has been a heavyweight champion, to say the least. He's been in the ring with Dillian Whyte. He's been in the ring with Anthony Joshua. He's been in the ring with Andy Ruiz Jr., who's currently the unified heavyweight champion of the world, who defeated Anthony Joshua. So, you know, and he won that fight against Andy Ruiz. I personally thought that Joseph Parker lost the fight against Andy Ruiz, but they gave him the nod. It was close enough that he got the nod. With that said, like I said, Dillian Whyte was a fight of the year type of fight. and he nearly knocked Dillian White out in the 12th round. If he just had another minute or so, he might have got Dillian White out of there. And Anthony Joshua was reluctant to engage with him. So he's never been blown out. He's been competitive with the upper echelons of the heavyweight division. So this would be, going straight away off an injury for Oleksandra Usyk, making his heavyweight debut would probably be not so smart. So it may be smarter to strategically put him in there with Carlos Takam, coming off of an injury such as, a torn bicep, because that's a serious injury. But to see after the Carlos Takam fight, maybe we get the Joseph Parker fight, and I think that's a great fight for Oleksandra Usyk, and that's a great fight for Joseph Parker to get his name back in, contentions with the champions. You know what I mean? So let's see how this all plays out, because I'm pretty sure somewhere down the line, let's say if Joseph Parker is successful against Oleksandra Usyk, that puts his name right back in the mix of things. And then maybe, I'm pretty sure Andy Ruiz wants to get a rematch with Joseph Parker. He wants to get back. So if Andy Ruiz is successful against Anthony Joshua in the rematch in November, maybe then we could see Andy Ruiz versus Joseph Parker, because we know that Deontay Wilder will be going into a rematch with Tyson Fury. So he's going to face Luis Ortiz in September, October, that being Deontay Wilder. Then he's going to face Tyson Fury in February. So he wouldn't be coming back until the summer of 2020. And so that means Andy Ruiz fighting Anthony Joshua in November. He still has time before he goes into a Deontay Wilder fight, should he be successful, to have another interim fight before he goes into the Wilder fight for Undisputed at that point. So now, saying that, with that said, that will give him the opportunity to face Joseph Parker in the rematch. So Joseph Parker has a lot, riding on the line as well. So that's a great fight, Joseph Parker versus Oleksandra Usyk, because, it puts both of them right in the mix of things, and possibly title shots. You know what I mean? So that's all I got for y'all, man. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to New Media. Shouts out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Joseph Parker is campaigning to get a fight with Oleksandra Usyk. We know Oleksandra Usyk is signed with Matchroom and DAZN, and now Joseph Parker is signed with Matchroom and DAZN. So it should be easy to make. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.
Blue Blood Sport TV.